All right. Game is a game. NFL live stream of consciousness. Thank you for subscribing. If you're a fan of the NBA, check out my video why the Knicks are struggling right now and why that's actually a good thing. Check out the reason why Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum cannot play together and what it means for the league. So check those videos out. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for subscribing. Um, So day before Super Bowl, everybody's out in LA enjoying. Everybody stay safe. Just because it's the Super Bowl don't mean that the game rules don't apply. See that young Kodak just got shot out there. So everybody stay safe. Everybody stay solid out there. Um, I saw something yesterday that caught my eye, and I think it caught everybody's eye. Um, Sean McVay says that he wants to prioritize family, and he doesn't know what things mean going forward for him as the coach and the work-life balance and things of that nature. He's a very young man. I believe he's only 36. He came into the game young, the youngest head coach ever. And this is just always the assumption that he's going to play for coach, to his 60s and 70s, and he says he doesn't see that. Let me get his exact quote here. He said, "I love this so much that it's such a passion, but I also know what I've seen from some of my closest friends, whether it's coaches or some other players. I'm going to be married this summer. I want a family, and I think being able to find that balance, but also be given the time necessary. I've always had a dream about being able to be a father, and I can't predict the future, I don't really know. I love football. I'm invested in this thing. I'm in the moment right now. But at some point, too, if you said, what do you want to be able to do? I want to be able to have a family, and I want to be able to spend time with them. So, work-life balance, that's something that everybody is, focused on, but whether it's people getting new jobs, whether it's, from, minimum wage to CEOs of high corporations that work, grind, get the gold watch and retire, and being, this man of industry, man of business, and then having your relationships with your family suffer. That's just something that people are getting away from. The first coach to do that was Jimmy Johnson when he stepped away from coaching the Dolphins. The last sustained success as far as playoffs was with Jimmy Johnson. And he walked away from a team that a powerful team that he put together. Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas, players of that nature. They had the defense cooking, and he was getting around to putting a solid offense together, and he just called it quits because he wanted to spend time with his family. He didn't want to be that guy that didn't know his family at the end. And you haven't seen that many coaches prioritize that since then, but you've seen Cowher leave and not come back after winning a Super Bowl. Tony Dungy's had inquiries, never came back. So it'd be interesting to see if, I don't think he's going to retire after the Super Bowl if they win it, but it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out for the league, because you have these young coaches, Shanahan, where you think they're going to coach forever, and, work-life balance and the 360 nature of the industry might, take it away. It might be a thing where, you have a strong assistant coaching staff, and coaches can get away a little bit more in the summertime, but there might be such perfectionists that might not work out for them. Sean Payton's taking a break, and then he says he's going to jump back in. That might be a thing where coaches take sabbaticals for a couple of years, and it might be you take a sabbatical and even come back to the original team. Sean Payton's sabbatical, I think that goes into him wanting to him actually being burnt out, but then him going to eventually coach the Cowboys next year. You retained all that staff. I think the Cowboys coaching staff is incompetent. I'll talk about that in the offseason breakdown starting next week. I'll do every team, give about 30 minutes to every team, but I think their coaching staff is incompetent. Sean Payton's eventually going to be the coach there, but I think that it's just a very interesting topic to see. To talk about that, these young coaches who people think are going to coach forever are thinking about work-life balance, and that grinded out football coach, and that my whole life is coaching. Those guys are that era of coach is kind of going away. Um, I saw that the Raiders hired Mick Lombardi, son of Michael Lombardi, former GM, to be the offensive coordinator. You know, who knows if that's going to be a great hire or not? Who knows how empowered he's going to be, as far as in the sense of who's going to be calling plays. I would suspect that Josh McDaniels calls plays, but this is obviously something where, you know, good for him, good for the Lombardi family. Is going to probably lead to him eventually getting the head coaching opportunity. Nepotism it has a derogatory term. It is seen as a derogatory term, and it has a connotation of being something just obviously, negative, and, a system of, and particularly privilege for white males, and this is obviously something where I don't think he gets that job at the Patriots if his dad didn't work for Bill Belichick previously. But, hey, you can't knock somebody for their opportunities. You just wish the opportunities were spread around a little bit more. But, congratulations to him. His dad I enjoy listening to his dad's podcast. His dad writes for this service called The Daily Coach. He has a lot of theories on what makes a good coach. So, it's nice for him to see his son get a really strong, meaningful position with the Las Vegas Raiders. Joe Burrow said that he's chasing Rodgers to be the best. Some people thought that was shade toward Mahomes. The NFL just has to be head over heels with the quarterback position, the young quarterbacks. You have Mahomes, you have Burrow, you have Josh Allen, you have Justin Herbert. There was a minute there where it looked like all the great young quarterbacks were all black. And, it's not a really racial thing, but, white quarterbacks, there needs to be that for, marketing opportunities, just, plain and simple. So I think the NFL has to be ecstatic with the wide range of, you have those type of quarterbacks. You have Lamar Jackson, you have Patty Mahomes. We'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson, but there's just a diverse and really deep bench of elite quarterbacks. Like, you can't even do a top 10 list to me and honestly put Russell Wilson in it and honestly put Dak Prescott in it. Joe Burrow, this is a chance to make himself a made man. He wins this Super Bowl. You definitely have to put him in the conversation for the best quarterback in the league. So with that offensive line. So again, I still like the Rams to win and to win big. But the Bengals have had some magic, so we'll definitely see what happens with them. But all right, I'll go ahead and leave it here. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll get on before the Super Bowl and record something just in case something breaks. But everyone enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl parties. Don't eat too much. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so for the guys, if you're gonna do a big Super Bowl, come home drunk. Just be ready to wash up and be ready to go out for Valentine's Day on a Monday. I can't remember a Valentine's Day being on a Monday as an adult, but everybody enjoy it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Game is a game.
So what's up, man? What's up with you otherwise, The game is a game. Always.